Hey guys, M.V.K here, back again. How's everybody doing? Time to go back to kicking off some more Supergirl for you guys. Um, I apologize if you see me wiping my eyes. I was tearing up through this whole episode. This episode is entitled "Fallen," and the biggest. I'm just gonna kind of give my feelings on this episode. This will be a little different than a recap slash review. Um, apologize. This by far had to be the best episode. I remember saying before, which episode was it? I'm trying to remember. I think it was when John first revealed himself. I think it was that or another one. Definitely is when I said it. But this episode, man, this took the cake. Uh, it's all about Kara getting exposed to red kryptonite. Now, as anybody who's read a Superman comic or knows the Superman mythos as just as well as I do, we know the different types of colored kryptonite do different things to Kryptonians, and red kryptonite brings out that side of those ambitions that usually kind of kept in check in a sense. I guess that's the way to look at it. And Kara is exposed to that, and through over the time of the episode, we start to see she becomes, I wouldn't say bad, more like misguided, but to the point where she is causing harm to people. She's letting her feelings just come out, and it was just really, really. First of all, props to Miss Bionis the performance. Man, what a performance she gave in this episode. I mean, she went from being the the chippy Supergirl that we all know to this kind of edgier, misguided, not on the means of killing, though it kind of was showcased that she may have was going to do it, but mostly just showcased she's a, let's put it like that, being a dick. Like, she's letting her honest opinions out, but she's doing it in such a manner that it's hurting people. And we get to see that in this episode a lot. And the episode flowed very well from her interactions with Kat as her new self to her interaction with John. Man, what she said to John, I was just, my jaw dropped because I'm just like, I can't believe you said that. What she does to Katniss was like, whoa. And what she says to Alex even just furthered, like, man, like, she doesn't care. She doesn't care. It's like she's misguided. She just took, instead of walking that line of balance, she took that balance into the, went to the left, went left on that one, and she kind of crossed them, not crossed the line, but there are times like you just saw her like, whoa, Kara, like what she said about Lucy Lane when she was coming on to Jimmy. It was just like, it was, this episode, soon as I started to see it, I just, because I just come to love Miss Bionis as the character. You get connected to this character, and you start really like, oh God, she's doing such a good job, but it's hard to watch because you're like, I know she doesn't mean this. I know she doesn't mean this. I know she doesn't mean this. But it's just there, and you're just like, oh my God, like, Kara, stop. Like, please stop this. You know, like I said, the biggest ones that hurt me, kind of like got me hurt the most and teared up, was probably she started talking about when she talked to John about, why are you not helping? That was one. When she started talking to Alex, it just, and then that end where she finally came to her senses, and then she breaks down. And my weak spot is seeing girls cry, and that's a weak spot. I've always had that, and that's my soft spot. Seeing women cry, and and she just breaks down and cries. But I love Alex's reply. Showing Alex being very strong, but knowing that it hurt, but still showing for her sister, like, you're my sister, and no matter what, through thick and thin, I love you. And it's stuff like that. You're just like, you can understand, especially from a sibling's point of view. Being a sibling myself, there are times where I've made a vow now to kind of tell my loved ones, and especially my siblings, that I love them more, because you never know what's going to happen the next day, and you kind of want to reinforce that. And in this, it's just like, oh. And seeing the fall of Supergirl in this episode, like the people that she saved, they're it's kind of like, it kind of reminded me a little bit of that saying in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. You know, remember how what he was doing, and then even though you're going to they'll turn on you in an instant. This episode really focused on, kind of showcased that more of, like, in a sense, like, when a hero falls, they fall hard, and it's hard for society to get back with them. And we've seen a lot of heroes in sports and film fall, and we as the society have looked at it now like, you know, can we still believe in them? Can we trust them? Things like that. You know, I can name many uh, sports heroes that have fallen, have come out and said they've done something wrong now, and it's almost like we don't want anything to do with them anymore. For prime examples, I hate to put him out there, but Lance Armstrong is a prime example of that. I think we all believed that he was, but when he finally admitted it, it was like a fall from grace. And that's the same thing with this. This felt like a fall for grace for Kara. And what happens with Jean in this was just like, you got to give him nothing but love and respect for basically what he said he was planning to do, is keep his promise to keep Kara and Alex safe, which I loved. Um, we find out a little bit more of, in this world. Um, they in this world, Maxwell Lord created red kryptonite, and he didn't know it was going to do all this. And but once again, Alex definitely, they're all putting the blame, like, that's the problem. You didn't think, you were so built on trying to prove the world that Supergirl doesn't exist, is bad. You didn't think about the consequences, and all that, just to prove her wrong. And so it was also a big eye opener for Alex, and not Alex, for Maxwell Lord, in a sense, like, he wasn't thinking. And but this episode really just broke me down. And I'm a guy that's not afraid to shed tears, guys. I'm on movies or anything, TV shows, that have scenes that move me. And like I said, that some of those scenes, especially that last scene with Kara and Alex talking, moved the hell out of me. And I broke down and cried. I remember just literally getting up. I had to pause my DVR because I was just like, I gotta get up. I can't. It was just like, I had to go wipe my tears away because it was so sad. And you just want to hug Miss Bioness and be like, stop, please don't cry. It'll be all right. And in some ways, in some manner of speaking, as much as this episode was good, I really felt that this would have been a perfect episode for Clark to come. You know, maybe not in the during the fight between Kara and Jean, but after, and console his cousin, and really. But I know that they're trying to build her off of working alone, and being herself, and being that woman that doesn't need to rely on kind of the knight in shining armor. But this would have really been a good moment for Clark to come and be there with his cousin. But this episode, ladies and gentlemen, mm, got me. Really got me. This was the best episode of the season so far. Yeah, now I've said it before, but this one is now. This really is. And now it's really now the rise. It's time for Kara to rise back up. It's time to take back what was taken from her, and that is her people trusting her again. And it's not going to be easy. It never is for a hero. If it was easy for a hero, it wouldn't happen. But it does. And we're going to see Kara push her way back, gain the trust again of the folks of National City. But this was a good episode, guys. And if you have any disbeliefs that it wasn't, please leave your comment section below and tell me why you feel that it wasn't. If you believe you are agreeing of what I'm saying, leave your comments in the section below as well. But other than that, guys, this is Mount Vernon Kid. Peace. One love. Stay tuned. Keep it real. I bid you adieu. Bye, guys.